welcome to a brand new episode of Black, White, and Red All Over. I'm Victor Dandridge.
I'm Ryan.
So very succinct. I'm Ryan.
I'm Ryan.
This is who I am. I know me.
By episode 150, they should know us.
Dude, they absolutely should. And can you believe it? This is episode 150.
3 years.
Seriously.
3 years. That's
I don't think I've ever been that dedicated. I mean, week after week after week, man. Like, I think we might have missed like maybe 2 weeks in this entire time.
Maybe two. And like we would call in from like we would go remote.
I
so
did
like
that.
we're dedicated.
Yeah.
So.
Or we're demented. Either way, 150 episodes. Thank you guys for going along with us on this journey. This has been fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you, of course, for even inviting me on it. And Shelby, for our producer, who produced these awesome.
I know, right?
Like, I look so good. I feel professionary. Like, I got a collar.
Yeah.
With my name, right? You see that? Boom. It means my kids can't take this from me. This belongs to Dad, okay? Yeah. This is mine. Don't even. And it even has a cool episode 150 in the back. I'm not going to turn around. That's just weird. Yep. But know that it does. When you see this face, know 150 episodes in the can. What up? We're taking over the internet. We're awesome.
I was going to stop. I was going to count.
You're going to count to 150? We don't have that much time. We got books to talk about.
That's true.
We got books to talk about. Now, speaking of books, we only read one that was the same?
Yeah.
I mean, we're allowed to do that on episode 150. You didn't know what was going to happen. Like, this is episode 150. It's unlike Walking Dead 150, where all they did was say Rick Grimes 50 times.
Why, dude?
Come on. Do better for 150. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
We're doing better for 150. Okay, so the only one that we did the same was Reborn.
Yes.
Do you want to wait to tackle that one? We'll build up to?
Yeah, because we went vastly different directions.
We did. Where do you want to go first?
I kind of want to open up with Animosity.
Come on, bring it on. Let's get real. Let's dig into it. Animosity, hit me, baby. Where are we? What issue is this?
This is actually kind of a prelude type issue. So if you haven't had a chance to catch up, Marguerite Bennett is just killing it with this. Just all animals gain like a human-like sentience and the ability to talk. And in this issue, the gang of crabs, like literal.
I'm sorry. Wait. What?
Yeah, there's a group of crabs that take out some other animals, and just oh my gosh, it's amazing. Dolphins are evil. Yeah. No, real. I mean, that's according to Marguerite. I don't know. I've never met a dolphin
that you liked. Is that what it is? Just in general, I've never met a dolphin.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's just like really cool because the humans are being treated like we treat animals, and it's a dark, scary world for us, but for the animals, like, no.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
Take that, puny humans.
Yeah. So if you haven't had a chance to catch up, grab this, and that'll give you the foundation for the rest of the story.
All right. Nice. Now, is this a recap issue, or specifically, things are getting busy?
I think it is a recap issue.
Okay. Dude, that's awesome. Good jumping on point. Now, this is from Aftershock, right?
Yeah.
We like those guys.
Yeah.
They are producing some really awesome stuff that's kind of off the beaten path.
Yeah. They're letting creators create. You got Bennett with Animosity, Jenkins Alters, Warren Ellis Shipwreck, Mark Waid Captain Kidd, Black Eyed Kids, and I'm reading off the back because I can't remember all that stuff. but yeah, I mean, like that's
good stuff. Though.
Yeah,
those are some winners.
Yeah.
Shout out to Aftershock because those guys are fantastic. Yeah. So I took on the newest issue of Star Wars.
I was really curious about that one.
So I'm one of those weird guys that I will bounce in and out of a series, and this time, I'm bouncing back in and totally had no idea what was going on. So apparently where we are is Luke is reading a journal of Ben Kenobi's where he's like talking about some things that he had been told in his training. And I guess right now what we're seeing is like this story about Yoda. And this one's powerful. Like, again, this is, okay, I'll admit it, I didn't really like Rogue One. I didn't. I'm sorry. But part of the reason is stuff like this. When you have stories that are built on character and they exude all the things that you need. It's not even about like this plot happened and this event happened, but the characters, that's what we're dealing with here. So we've got Yoda who has appeared on this world and he was called to it. Like there was something that was like, Yoda, come to me. And he's like, to you I come. Like that's what happened. Like, and he shows up and you see, I think this is like part 2 of this arc. And this looks like something like almost arbitrary. If you didn't know this story, fine. But knowing it makes you see Yoda even more as the great Jedi that we know him to be. Like it's building into the hype, which is brilliant. Like Jason Aaron, of course, love him. Salvador LaRocca on the artwork. So I mean, you've got like vetted talent beyond.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's really good. This is a series, again, not even like, I grew up a Trekkie. So for me to jump in and be like, yes, this is amazing. You do good work. You do good work there. I'll admit this. Absolutely.
Makes you wonder when whoever has the intellectual property right for the Star Trek comic will give it the same treatment.
Please.
Because both are awesome.
Yeah. There's enough room in the galaxy for all of it.
Yeah.
Share. That's all I'm saying. One's in the past, one's in the future. Think about it. What if we're in the same universe, though? That's right. I just did that to you. Boom! All right, what's the next book you read? Don't, let me save you. Let me save you before your nose starts bleeding. It'd be terrible. You're like in Scanners. You're like...
The thing is, there's multiple Scanners movies. Like, they didn't stop.
They didn't. It was amazing. Oh. That's a comic book series we need to get the rights to.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Scratch
somebody talk to. Shame on you. That's so brilliant. All right, what's the next book you read?
All right, Hal Jordan and the Green Lanterns.
Yes.
All right, this was a suggestion book. I believe it was Bill Suckman suggested it.
Thank you.
And it's a really cool, like, one issue. I haven't been keeping up with it. Just, lanterns haven't been my thing. Just, for whatever reason, haven't gravitated towards them.
Right.
But this is a grandmother telling stories of her past and her interactions with heroes and real true heroes to her grandkids. And it's kind of catching you up on, here are the Green Lanterns, Orange Lantern, Starro, here are the different things that have happened and we've experienced, and how willpower isn't easy and fear is easy. So that's why people can hurt each other and be wrong to each other, but willpower is hard, and only a few people have that level, and they're the real heroes.
Whoa.
So like Hal Jordan, John Stewart, Kilowog.
No, wait. Is this an Earth-based grandmother that's telling this? Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
And at the end, something really, really cool happens that puts it even in a larger context. And it's just
wow,
one of those moments where a family member is usually known to yourself, like, so my brother's my brothers.
Right.
They're flat two-dimensional characters. But there's actually a backstory that really, last couple pages.
You get that.
Yeah, and I could be wrong, but I think it's a one-shot.
Okay.
So you can jump in, you can read it, you can enjoy it, and not have to worry about.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I think that's one that is kind of speaking almost like realistically right now. It's like, listen, fear is easy. Don't be afraid.
Yeah.
Move. That's brilliant.
Exactly.
Wow, that's nice. I like it. God, that's good.
Yeah.
So I took on Daredevil, actually, and I haven't been reading it. Charles Soule is the artist, or is the writer for that one.
He's an artist with words.
He is an artist with words. And I owed him a little bit of love because I wasn't feeling IVX so hard that I wanted to show Chucky Soule that I do, in fact, still love you. Like, I do. This is an interesting thing for me. Okay, I think that Charles is approaching Daredevil in a way that is glorious. However, I don't know that he's had a consistent artist with him to make his run one of the penultimate ones like Bendis's or Frank Miller's or anything like that. I think the transition of art is ultimately what's not giving this title the shine it needs, because this is some brilliant storytelling. I mean, he's weaving in some classic Daredevil tropes. It's great. What we've got is we're following up with him in his sidekick, Blind Spot. Yeah. There's some stuff that went down. Blind Spot is kind of in a bad situation, we will say, to not spoil it. But in order to try to rectify this, Matt does something almost stupid. Like, I mean, dumb. Don't do that, like, of all things. But you see how there's such a love and understanding of the Daredevil mythos that's woven into it that, I'm like, oh my God, like, this is fantastic. And it's not even saying that the art is bad at all. It's just that, like, I think he started with, was Ron Garney, like, who he started with? And, like, maybe if they had kept the same artist, we'd be hearing Daredevil all the time now. I mean, because obviously it's a huge property with the Netflix series and all that, but, man, like, I wonder where this one will stand in the grand scheme of things. I think we need that consistency, man. I need it, because that
everything doesn't have to be done in 6-issue bites. Like, get a strong. I don't know, like Capullo and Schneider for that run on Batman.
Yes.
It works.
Yes. Same thing with, I mean, we had, when Joe Quesada was doing Daredevil with Kevin Smith, he had that stint, and then it continued with David Mack, who did a style that was similar to Quesada's to keep the whole thing going. I just think that, the consistency in the art style will help elevate the entire arc that you're bringing, because I think you are really bringing something that is not like, oh, I wrote Daredevil. Like, no. He's making a stamp on Daredevil, which I think is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Shout out. Ladies and gentlemen. Reborn number 4. Number 4.
The General has one of the greatest backstories,
dude,
in the history of stories and backs.
Dude, it's that. Listen, Frosty.
Yes.
You just don't talk to him that way. You just don't. You don't do it. You just don't. You learn quick. Yeah. I feel okay. So I'm a recent pet owner. Okay. Within the last few months, I got a cat.
Yeah.
I'm more of a dog guy. I'm not gonna lie. So this cat thing is new to me. However, we're gonna have some conversations. Listen, we're gonna spay and neuter the cat. Maybe not. How do you think the cat feels about this? We need to look at it from her perspective right now. I think that's very important.
I don't want to be tortured in the afterlife.
This is a real statement here. Yeah. Obviously, this one is masterfully written by Mark Miller, and we've got Greg Capullo, as we just mentioned, on the pencils, Jonathan Glapion on inks, FCO on the colors. This right here is a work of art.
Yep.
It is a work of art.
The way they figure their ways out of the jams they're in.
Yes.
And there's like a pacing to it, because there's a jam,
right?
A few more pages of story, jam. So you're constantly kind of like the Indiana Jones technique.
Yes, that's a good call. That's a good call. What I need is a map. I need a map to show us where we are in the different locations. Yeah. That would be so great. So you can just kind of tick off like, okay, we've been here. Oh no, don't go back there. We don't like them. It's kind of it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. This is one, I'm not gonna lie, I am eagerly waiting for it to be collected and rereading the whole thing. Yeah, that's where I think like the true like grandioseness of this story will be like just punch you in the face. I think like by this becoming like monthly, you're like, wait, what happened again? Oh my God, that was awesome.
Yeah.
But when you get to see it all in one big like, that's gonna be Valhalla right there. It's gonna be good.
I would want. Yes. What I would really, really want. If we could get the original people that did the Thundercats cartoon to do a Reborn cartoon.
Hold on. Stop.
It'd be zesty.
Listen, I now feel like my entire childhood is bankrupt because that's not the way this has gone down.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. In an infinite universe, there means there's another planet just like this, except they had that, and it's a better planet.
It is a better planet. Not that we don't appreciate this story, Mark. We do, but there is a universe out there that has it in an animated feature and toy line that, I mean, you have to admit that's pretty daggone good.
Yeah.
Are there toys for this coming? Mark, please? Pretty please? That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to beg much more than this. Please give us toys. All I need is a figure.
Give me a General Frost.
Oh my God, come on. Seriously, stickers. Give me stickers. I would just put them on everything. It would be amazing. How many more issues of Reborn do we have? Like, I feel like the end is coming, and that's just hurting me.
It's coded on Comixology as a miniseries.
No, miniseries is ongoing misspelled, right? Like that's
totally.
That's what that. Don't say 6 issues. That's just not right nor fair. Please don't. We need more of this long term. However, I will forgivably, retract my statement if there is a trade immediately following. I will acknowledge that. Like, let the last issue in the trade come out the same day. I would do that, please. Again, no begging more than this. And now some honorable mentions. It is time now for the honorable mentions. What happened? You were totally wearing something different, like not 2 seconds ago. What just happened?
Slayer happened.
Oh, baby. Do we have a new issue of Slayer?
Yeah. This goes out to my constituency, the fans of Slayer. This was written for us. It was drawn for us.
Yes.
If you are not familiar with the 3 music video sequence that came out in support of Repentless, the hero, I guess, be a way to describe it.
Protagonist. There we go.
Is now past the 3rd movie. I really wish Danny Trejo would they would have drawn him like Danny. It'll make sense when you read the book.
Okay.
But yeah, it's violent. It's gory. There's a ton of Easter eggs, like lyrics from different songs. So if you're a Slayer fan, you're going to pick up all that, and we get to see what this guy's going to do in response to the stuff that happened to him. Long story short, a lot of people are going to die.
Spoilers, bro! Spoilers!
Well, if you watch the music videos, it's all it is. It's like killing and then Danny Trejo.
Okay, that's fair. Yep. You guys should have seen it. Ryan was reading this book the entire time, just doing this, like the entire time. He was there. It was excellent.
Yeah.
I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying it's just where you were.
I could devote an entire 13 episodes to how much I love Slayer.
Yes. That may happen. That may happen. From 151 to 164, bam, you know what's going to be. Slayer all the time. That's what it is.
And this is the time that I brought Slayer Taco Bell.
And let me tell you what happened. That's awesome. They slayed those tacos. I took one, Superman Action Comics, number 972. We are so creeping up on this 1,000 here. Yeah. I think, what is it, 2018, 2019?
Not too far out, yeah.
Not too far. This is the end of the buddy cop story arc between Superman and Lex Luthor, where these bounty hunters decide, hey, Luthor is bad, we know it, let's 86 him, and Superman, of all people, is like, hey, wait, he didn't do anything. Like,
he's had a bad life.
Stop it. Not yet, you know. This changes status quo. I'm not even joking. This changes the status quo between the Superman-Lex Luthor dynamic in the current Rebirth DC universe.
Oh, nice.
I know. This is one where, I never thought this day would happen. But the dynamic is different now. There's an understanding. Oh. And how this will play out from here on is going to be phenomenal. If things go back to the way things were, I might actually be upset. Not even lying. Yeah. It was good. It was really, really good. Dan Jurgens, shout out forever because you helped bring me into comic books. I heart you. And told a solid story. That's just really tasty. Really tasty. I enjoyed it. Last but not least,
we dovetailed back.
Yeah. Which I think is so funny that you did Animosity, where the animals talk, and then we also did the Kamandi challenge, where the animals talk.
Yeah.
This was interesting. So I don't even understand what the challenge exactly is. Is this a weekly thing? Is it?
I don't know either.
I don't know.
It was so fun though.
It was. If you're not familiar with Kamandi, he is kind of one of the lesser known Kirby products.
Yeah.
The brainchild of the King, Jack the King Kirby.
It's like a post-apocalypse or pre-apocalypse world.
Right.
He's like the last human-ish.
Right.
Kind of Planet of the Apes-ish. If you just want to
right. If you just want to spitball those things, animals are sentient. They've got these different factions, and he inadvertently survived by being in this bunker.
Yeah.
That, upon reading the name of the bunker, the assumption is that's his name. That's no spoiler. That's Kamandi. You have to know that fact.
It's trippy.
It is very trippy.
It's weird. It's almost young animals.
Yes.
It would fit. Oh my gosh, it would fit in that so well.
But you can't young animals this because it's such a hallmark. It's a classic staple.
Yeah.
Although I shouldn't say that. Doom Patrol's not a classic staple. Bad, Victor. I'm sorry. You're right. But different.
Yeah.
But different. This one is cool because it's 2 different stories, but they are literal continuations of each other. And I like that. Not gonna lie, the $4.99 price point, it was a little softer. That would be awesome.
It's very Marvel-ish.
Yeah. So you drop it down to even $3.99. A little easier pill to swallow. But great stories.
Yeah. Art was amazing.
Yes.
The writing was amazing.
It was good. Dan DiDio, good job, Dan. I see you. And Dan Abnett did the second story. Great work, guys. This one, it was a lot of fun. Keith Giffen, Scott, my dude, good job.
Yeah, it's just a solid lineup up and down the card.
Yeah, completely. I hope that this is something that is like a tribute to Jack Kirby that continues in a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they probably can't do it with the New Gods because they're still using the New Gods, but Jack Kirby, for those that do not know, created so much for comic books, whether it's DC, Marvel, it was Jack, that he deserves all the applause, man. Like, that guy.
Yeah. Sequential storytelling style. And he's called King Kirby for a reason.
For a reason. Yeah. And his due is well beyond. It's good. I enjoyed this. Like,
I was worried it was going to be a phone-in from DC.
Right.
But it's
like,
really good.
It's solid. I do wonder, like, if this is a move to possibly bring Kamandi into, you know, the general public, so that they can move into. I know, right? I mean, can you imagine like a cartoon series and or short film or something? That's all I'm saying. I mean, CW is killing it right now. Can you imagine if they had a Kamandi series? I don't even know. I don't even know. Awesome. Somebody holler at me. Greg Berlanti, I got you. Just talk. We'll riff. It's all good. You know, talking animals. Boom, 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 boom. Did you see the little subtle hints of other things that Kirby created? Not going to spoil it. If you can read lips, you know what I said. Bam. Get this, though. This was fun. This was... oh, my God. That's not what I said. That's terrible. Oh, my God, dude. This was such a great...
It was a good week. Very varied.
Very varied, but in a good way. In a great way. That's how you do it on 150. You vary, okay? You don't just Rick Grimes it. You vary. That's how we do it.
I still hate that issue of Walking Dead.
Let's not even talk about it. As much as we've talked about it today.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's how much we're upset. Very. Quite contrary.